I don't know what day it is anymore. It's between August or September, I know that. A little update for today. The skies are red. Didn't see the sun yesterday. Ashes are falling from the sky. Smoke is everywhere, and I'm pretty sure it seems to be a radioactive red. I don't know what's going on with this world right now, but it needs to be Christmas time already or something.
Train track, scene one, take one.
It is Friday, August 28th. We just finished our first Zoom call.
Let's go to Anthony.
Yeah, I'm working on this piece that, I auditioned for, obviously, but it's called Mantra. It's kind of a personal experience of everything, and it's kind of just what everyone's dealing with right now, politically or, equality-wise, just everything going on.
We also have Gisella, who is an FCC student who is pursuing documentary filmmaking.
My project for 19 is to be the videographer. I even went to LA for a quick trip and I got some footage. So usually what I do after I take out the SD card of my camera and I plug it into my SD card reader, I go through every single video. My camera is a part of me, so I take it with me everywhere I go.
Anthony's doing a spoken word piece. What you told me before is that you wanted to kind of, it was going to be kind of, I have this word like shredded.
For this one, I honestly, I really wanted to give like a rugged look, but then I also wanted to film like the second half in my, in downtown. But I want to it to represent this year. That's kind of this year, just the struggle this year.
Scene 2, take 1.
Because of COVID, my job that I was working at had to shut down. It was a buffet. We were all put on unemployment, so I was on unemployment for a while. I'm currently doing schoolwork as a student. I am booking photo shoots and video shoots for whenever I have time, and I am also working on this project.
I'm working at Elbow Room as a busser. I always am touching the forks, or I'm always touching the knives. I'm always touching people's plates, and people who work in the restaurant industry right now are probably more likely to get it than people, who are working 9-to-5 jobs at their desk. And as scary as that sounds, I think I'm at an age and at a health where I'm okay, and I just have to be ready. And I still am going to take the measures for safety, of course.
The single hardest thing to adapt to since March, for me, school, because masks are not a problem for me. Me having to help my mom with my siblings as she's doing work, taking them to go pick up laptops at school and stuff, being online and having to basically teach myself. Imagine, it's me, my mom, my stepdad, 3 sisters also doing homework online and classes online. Oh my goodness, Wi-Fi would go out all the time. So everything was going great until my Wi-Fi decided to stop Wi-Fiing. Help. What is next? What's next, world? What's next?
So a couple days ago, Chadwick Boseman passed away. I've had a couple days to cope with it, and I don't know how we could take such a tough loss. To be honest, he was a symbol of empowerment, of a voice of the Black community that honestly elevated not only on the movie screen, but I mean, he helped out. He was a person that I think this is one of the worst things that have happened this year, and I don't know how things can get better from here.
I have a feeling that I do struggle with some type of depression, just because I can go weeks feeling completely unmotivated, and I have been feeling that even more during COVID, where I literally just do not want to get out of bed. Like, I feel like I have nothing to look forward to for the day or for the week or sometimes even the month. And that is not who I am. I am not that person.
Update. It is about 1:37. Pretty crazy news. Trump has the coronavirus, which is insane. It is. But I also feel like on the spectrum of 2020, it's also not crazy, because I feel like that's right on the line of, that makes sense. Black lives matter to me because equality is everything in this world. We are in the most progressive time of our lives. We need to act like it. It is not a political statement, nor is it me trying to prove someone right or wrong. It is a social movement that is motivated against violence and discrimination towards Black people. We are in a time that is deserving of equality. We need a push for change, reformation. Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! I advocate for peace in our time. I want to live in a world of peace, and we are far from that. Matter is minimum. Matter is minimum.
Part 2, take 2.
Art matters, even when the world is falling apart. Because when the world is falling apart, you already have to deal with that. Then you take away our art. The one thing that makes a lot of people happy.
The best thing in the world to me is when I make people happy. It's joyous to me, and it's fun. I mean, I have fun when I act. That's the most important thing. If I can find something that I can do that's a hobby and turn it into a job, that's even better. My brother actually is in the entertainment industry, and not only do I want to follow in his shoes, but I want to represent our family. Over the years, movies have always been a part of me. It's always been something that I've grown to love, and I watched the Oscars since I was like 8. It's been a part of my life for a long time.
That's gone. Not only is the world falling apart, but then your world, your own personal world and your own bubble starts to fall apart. Scene 3, take 1.
Scene 3, take 1.
Doing this documentary, being a part of it, not even just being a part of the cast, like having to record myself and all this stuff, but like being able to take my camera out and wherever I go and capture footage of everything that's going on around me from the beginning of this COVID and to now. Like, I think it's given me that, it's like that one reason to get up.
I think that 2020 really hit us, and I think the only thing that we can do is bounce back from that. And I think that's what the world is going to have to do. And I think that unification will happen, and I think that'll be the greatest thing to come out of the year 2020. And you can quote me on that.
Scene 4, take 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard.
Avoid passing on unconfirmed information and rumors.
This is my confession. This is my confession. My confession. My lonely voice. Trapped. In a 2,000 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath solitary confinement. My 6-month, 3-day, and 7-hour probation. Trapped. In states of chaos, discrimination, and tyranny. This is our year. This is our year. This is our year. January. An all-time leading scorer, a coach, an icon, a hero, a father, and his daughter Gianna Bryant die in a helicopter crash. A day that the earth stood still. February, what seemed to already be a doomed year. March, the start of a pandemic. April, May, the last straw of brutality and the rise of a rebellion. June, a movement that roars a chant. July, August, a fire that spreads through our lives and a king that returns home. This is what the world will expect to hear. The falling of America, the end of humanity. Our story means our timeline. We choose how we get to reflect it. Because we don't hide our colors, we embrace it. Because this year is that year we're gonna look back upon. That year that we were trapped. That year our heroes left. That year people died. That year our voices were silenced. We were ambushed that year. A never-ending conundrum that took the people we loved. But what if that wasn't the full story? Because that's not the full story. That year people had graduations. That year people had birthdays.
Happy birthday to you.
That year people had beautiful children. That year people were celebrated. That year our voices were heard. I am here to rewrite our story. This is my story. This is my story. I am a 19-year-old college student, and I am a proud activist who had escaped his home and joined a rebellion for change. The year for change, a year to be remembered as that year. Because we remember what we lost. The times, the dates, the crowds, the people. We do it for them. Because that's what heroes do. My name is Anthony Gamboa, and I will not be on the wrong side of history. We will change the world with our voices. We rewrite history. We make the year. We make our freedom. We scream our voices. We appreciate life even in the hardest years, because that is what this year is about. Overcoming the world. Humanity against the world. This is our fight. This is our chant, and this is our mantra. That was good, man. That was good.
See what's in store for us for the next coming weeks, and I'll let you guys know. Until then, good night.